Hello my dears, Calliope here. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Today I decided to do a video about the weirdest and most bizarre Christmas traditions. So let's hit it! I forgot to mention that this video is going to be just part one of the weirdest customs and traditions and everything, because there were quite a lot and I decided to do a Europe scale wise and worldwide scale and stuff. So today is going to be all about Europe. And the next video will be coming really soon with all the other countries and continents. I will have the use of my laptop to do this video because I can't remember pretty much anything right now and there are quite a lot. Shush! First stop is Austria. So Austrian children live in the fear of Krampus, a Christmas devil who's said to beat naughty children with branches. Krampus is a Christmas beast from hell actually. While Santa Claus rewards good little children who dream peacefully of dancing fairies and sugar plums and everything else, there's an ancient demon afoot in parts of Austria, Germany, Hungary and some neighboring countries. This hairy evil beast has horns, hooves, a long tongue and sub-claws. His job is to wreak general havoc and dish out well-deserved punishment to the bad little children of the world. He carries a large wicker basket on his back, similar to Santa's sack, but instead of delivering presents in his basket, he uses it to kidnap the naughtiest children and deliver them straight to hell. Since the early 1800s, Krampus festivals have kick-started the holiday season in many parts of Europe, and it has become a holiday to celebrate with costumes, food and strong drink. Next up is Switzerland. The little town of St. Mount, Switzerland is the center of a weird competition called Klowo, also known as Santa Claus World Championships. That seems pretty cool. Here, teams from all over the world, dressed to the nines in snazzy red and white Santa suits, meet at a local ski resort to compete in holiday-themed contests. Pretty cool. Switzerland seems to take the cake with the weird, oddball Christmas festivities. In yet another small town, an old-age pagan celebration to ward off evil spirits has evolved into the tradition of Klausjagen, which actually means chasing the claws. Kuschnacht? You a weird village. Next stop, Germany. Germans hide a pickle in the Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. The first child to discover it in the morning receives a small gift. A pickle! Also, German children leave a shoe outside the house on December 5th, which is then filled with sweets overnight. Naughty children awake to find a tree branch in the shoe instead. Next stop, France. Before going to bed, children in France put their shoes by the fireplace and hope that Père Noël, France's Santa Claus, fills them with presents. He also hangs small toys, nuts and fruits on the tree. Aww, that's so sweet! Now, let us take a little trip to Scandinavia. First stop, Norway. There's no cleaning on Christmas Eve in Norway. All brooms are safely hidden away in case they're stolen by witches and evil spirits. Very much like Halloween traditions in other countries, Norwegians believe that it is the night when evil spirits taunt the living. It is customarily believed that it's when witches come out and search for brooms to steal from hapless citizens in order to fly off into the cold, dark night. The men are then responsible for firing guns into the sky to frighten away evil entities. Sweden! Since 1966, authorities in Gävle, I think it's pronounced, please forgive me if I'm mistaken, have installed a straw Swedish Yule goat. However, vandals have been successful in burning it down. By 2011, the goat has already been burned down 25 times. Another Swedish tradition involves festive rice pudding. That sounds so yummy! A peeled almond is hidden in the dessert, and the person who finds it, it will supposedly be married within a year. Now that I'm thinking about it. No thanks! Finland! Finnish people traditionally mark Christmas with a touching tribute to the dead. Families light candles at the graves of their departed loved ones, making Finnish graveyards a beautiful sight. In Finland they also have the Christmas sauna. Most Finnish families have their own saunas because it is believed that a sauna elf lives in there to protect it and to make so people behave themselves. And every Christmas Eve people would head to the saunas, strip to their toes and enjoy a nice, good soak naked. After the sunset though, the place is for the spirits and dead ancestors. Denmark! In Denmark, a mischievous elf, Nisse, I think it's pronounced, plays pranks on the families. Families in Denmark leave Nisse, a devil's elf, a bowl of rice pudding or porridge, so he's nice to them. If families don't have pudding, presents may be stolen before the children awake. Greenland! Greenland have some unusual Christmas recipes. Food! Mattak is raw whale skin served with blubber. Kivjak is 500 dead oak birds stuffed into a seal skin and left to ferment for 7 months. That doesn't really sound delicious. I think it's about time we flew to the UK. Great Britain. An old tradition dictates that each member of the family, especially the kids, must stir the Christmas pudding mix in a clockwise direction before it's cooked, making a wish as they do so. Earlier traditions include putting a coin in the mix, which brings wealth to whoever finds it in their serving. In England also, Santa Claus traditionally leaves presents in a child's stocking on Christmas Eve. However, not the children may wake up on Christmas morning to find a lump of coal in those stockings. Wales. Mary Lwyd is performed in some Welsh villages on Christmas Eve. A villager is chosen to parade through the streets bearing the skull of a mare on the end of a stick. Now it's time for some Icelandic traditions. The Yule cat is said to stalk the Icelandic hills. Those who don't receive new clothes before Christmas Eve are said to be devoured by this mythical beast. East in Europe. Ukraine. Ukrainians don't use tinsel and baubles. Instead, they're decorating their Christmas trees with spiders and their web. Of course it's fake. And the Ukraine spiders and their webs represent a most lucky kind of Christmas. Czech Republic! In the Czech Republic, unmarried women stand by the door and throw a sou over their shoulder. If the toe is pointing towards the door, they will get married within the next year. Slovakia. In Slovakia, the most senior man of the house takes a spoonful of loska pudding and throws it at the ceiling. The more that sticks, the better. Yeah. Estonia. On Christmas Eve, Estonian families traditionally have to head to sauna together. Well, that kind of rings a bell, doesn't it? Latvia. In Latvia, a group of mummers dressed in a variety of costumes travel from house to house. Each household must give them a treat in return for a blessing. Bavaria. In Bavaria, a noisy Christmas tradition has taken hold, wearing the national costume of Lederhosen. Bavarian Highlanders fire mortars into the air. I think it's about time we head a bit to the Mediterranean as well. First stop, Spain. In Catalonia they have a couple of weird customs. Catalonians include the figure of a Cayaner or Cayener in their nativity scenes. The traditional Cayaner is portrayed as a Catalan peasant man, a small figure of a defecating man. Yes. Catalonians also have the Tio de Nadal, otherwise known as the pooping log. On Christmas Eve, the log is placed halfway into the fire and beaten with sticks. Portugal! Consoda is a traditional Christmas morning feast in Portugal. This is a time for remembering the dead, and families lay places for the souls of the late loved ones. Italy! Rather than Santa Claus, Italian children await for the arrival of Befana, a friendly witch who delivers sweets and toys on the 5th of January. Good Italian children are doubly in luck. Our last stop is my home country, Greece. In Greece we have a race or evil goblin called Kalikandari. They lurk underground according to Greek legends. During the 12 days of Christmas, they supposedly surface, wreaking havoc. So this was part 1 of the weirdest customs and traditions around the world. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know it was a bit different and a little bit rumbling and stuff. If you like it or didn't like it, just rate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. It will really make me happy, and see you later.